Yeah.
Oh,
that's
we
what I
are
would-
live, you guys.
Hello,
Hello, PonyCon again. Welcome to part 2 of the drawing challenge. Okay, so the artists today are varied a little bit. We've got Jowie and we've got Greenfly from yesterday, so they're back again.
Hey, we're back.
And I should have put your name tags up again. Whoops. That's alright. And today we have got Stuart with us.
Hello, I'm Stuart. You may have recognised my work from PonyCon's previous. I've been going since the first Leicester one, so big fan of PonyCon.
And you'll probably recognise the artwork he's got on screen at the moment if you've been to the previous cons.
Yes.
We also have Licorice Sweet.
Hello.
If you want to introduce your artwork, dear girl, I'll just turn your mic up a bit.
Sure, I am just a normal artist from UK. Not been around too long, but I just enjoy drawing cute ponies. That's literally me.
And she's been in the vendor hall as well, so you've probably seen all her wonderful work. And finally, we have the only American in the room. We have Jen DeLion.
Hi guys. Yeah, thanks for having me. Here's some artwork that I've done. Maybe you've seen it. Also, if you are familiar with the Siren and the Sea Mare song, I was the lyricist and the conceptual story person for that. I commissioned it from Carbon Maestro. So if you know that, that's what I'm mostly known for. And
Awesome.
Comic, yeah.
Just amazing sea pony work that I am a huge fan of as well. Because sirens are best.
Yeah. There's my girls.
Yeah.
I love them.
And everybody who knows me knows I'm a big Dazzlings fan as well, so definite more points from me for those. Anyway,
Dazzlings
so for those of you who were here yesterday, you'll know how this goes now. The audience are free to participate and put down in the chat all your wonderful drawings in the challenge as well, because I loved seeing those yesterday. So
Also, bread-based puns, more bread-based puns.
they've already done it. I haven't even said the word bread and they're doing it already.
He read their mind, literally.
I'm looking at you,
That's
oily valves.
wonderful. We have a brand of bread here in America called Wonder. I don't know if you guys have that over there.
Wonder bread.
Oh, I know Wonder Bread, yeah.
I heard it from shows.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Ignore the bread. Either way. Right. For those of you who missed yesterday's panel, I'm going to give our lovely artist on here a series of challenges to do within time limits. And as you guys in the audience, if you've got a pen and paper on you or if you've got a tablet, brilliant, you can take part and put your own drawings in the chat once the timer's run out and just join along. It's actually really fun. I'm loving seeing everybody's drawings.
Yeah, they've been awesome.
We've got a longer session today, so there's going to be more rounds and there's going to be 2 types of games in it this time. I'm hoping I've got all the times calculated ready. So let me just get my timer ready for this first one. We're going back...
I will take my finger wave. There we go.
Yeah.
We're
Do you
going
want us
back to
to bury
doing
the
the
snow?
memory game, guys.
Wait.
And I'm going to give you 6 minutes again because that worked out quite well. So, no references allowed is the only rule I have. You guys will be drawing from memory. You will be drawing...
A blade of grass. Got it.
Babseed.
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 Okay.
What you gonna do?
And start.
Okay.
Yeah.
Colours. Hopefully. Does she have a cutie mark?
Gonna be
I don't remember.
terrible.
QC mark or not, I don't mind because I can't remember it off the top of my head, to be honest.
Oh, I remember her cutie mark. That's like the only thing that I remember about her. Right.
But considering she was part of the CMC, I will allow no cutie marks.
Didn't she only appear in one episode, which was kind of weird?
I think
No,
She was-
three
In the
episodes.
family reunion, I think that she appeared in quite a few different ones actually.
She appeared in the background, but I don't know if
She
she
was
had
in the
a
dream
significant
one
role.
with
Oh.
Apple Bloom's dream because she was whole. Oh, I'm freaking out because my cousin's got a cutie mark and I
Oh,
still
she was
don't.
in the city. She was in the city episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
And she's an apple, so she'll
Well, yeah, cutie mark for the
um
first time.
she'll have an apple-based cutie mark because she's part of the
I will say this: it's not. I know the cutie mark.
It's
Sorry
the
to say, but it's
here
not
knows
apple
very
based,
well.
so I can give you that
Excuse
hint.
me.
I don't remember.
Jen's probably going
The
to
song playing
correct
in
me
my head
on
that
this.
Dawn started singing it earlier. I've just got that in my
But
head now
was
playing.
is it a Boston accent or a New York accent she's got?
It was
Uh,
like a Boston.
it was like Boston.
The
like
Boston.
Give me some sauce.
Boston.
Boston.
I want some apple
I'm
sauce.
sorry, I just offended any Americans here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry if we butcher any accents.
Yeah. Sorry.
Hey,
don't
wise
remember.
guy, eh?
Yeah.
I'm getting too
Guy.
hot now. Oh, warm in this room.
I haven't seen her since that first episode that she was in. I'll be completely honest. So, sorry for anybody who has Babsy as their favorite character, because I'm totally like butchering her right now. Oh yeah, she was.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there.
I need to get the reference.
All I can
picture.
remember is her as a bad guy, so that's why I've gone. She's gone to the dark
Antagonist.
side.
I wouldn't say bad guy, more of an antagonist to the MCMC, but I know what you're saying.
Babsy, not the song. I need the image, please. The reveal
See-
at the end, because I'm professional. I know what I'm doing.
See, I thought that her name was Bad Seed, which I think would have made more sense because
Well, it's
No.
in the song. It's bad seed, Babsy, or Babsy, bad seed.
What we gonna
What are you gonna do? It's sort
Oh.
of a bit of both.
I love that song. That's still one of my favorites.
really, I thought it was
Hilarious. If the show
anything with the CMCs was annoying to me. Sorry.
Aw.
I'm
But
sorry.
Hearts as Good as All Horses was a good one too.
Blech.
Blech.
It was so repetitive. It's like, can we get to the episode? Still singing. I'm just kidding. They're alright, I guess. Sweetie Belle's the best one.
She is. I'll agree with that. Yeah. Yeah.
That's like
The
it marked to me
CMC
apparently.
The CMC weren't done justice at the end. I think they just went, end the series here. Don't give them something important to do anymore. Just make them teachers. I was so annoyed by that.
And you were doing the teacher pony yesterday. It's like, like was that when that happened? It was like, what? They're still my students. So do I not teach them anymore, or what's going on there?
I guess
I
we're
don't
cheerily
know.
retired by that point.
Oh yeah,
like,
because
oh,
Twilight Sparkle put local schools out of business.
You guys have got 2
Princess.
minutes.
Oh great.
It was weird.
Princess of Friendship ruining all the teachers' fun.
Oh,
We had that conversation
Yeah.
yesterday.
Awkward. Like, I don't get it. Like, all of a sudden, everybody forgot that they had jobs and dreams and careers. Let's
Yes.
work with cool guys.
yeah, that's as well as that. Yes,
Oh my god, Joey, I just
So
love that you put I
dumb.
don't know
If I
on
was
the
Rarity,
cutie
I'd be
mark.
like, no, I have the Kennerlock Carousel. Sorry. Not my fault you came up with
oopsie daisies.
All right, I just made up her cutie mark. It's like 2 apple slices that makes scissors there. Oh wait, but you can't hold it. Crap! I need hold. Okay, there.
Oh yeah,
I
how
tried
does
to
she
make
use
it
scissors if she's not a unicorn?
I know. I don't get
That
it.
doesn't make any sense.
Magnets on their hooves, I guess.
Magnets in hooves.
That's why
You could have
G1
magnetic
ponies were,
horseshoes,
like,
I guess.
so. Yeah, I don't know.
That would work.
That's why G1 ponies were so OG. They didn't need magic. They just did it.
Right, less than a minute.
Ah,
I'm done. Sorry.
Oh,
Babs
I'm
lovers.
just gonna stick with it. I don't know because I really can't remember. Because
think
when Green Fly said it
is-
wasn't an apple, that's all I can think of now because
I
reading the title.
Yeah. Oh no, it's that kind of colour.
I'm not going to repeat what Oily has just said in the chat because I think, well, I'm not sure if people listening have Alexas.
Have a what? Alexis?
Alexas, the little kind
The
of
car?
home Google whatever it is. I don't know. I don't have one.
Oh, Alexa.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were saying Alexis, like a car. I'm like, I can't even drive. So
Lexus, the car.
that's not me. Yeah. No.
Oh, that's time.
Okay.
That is
Okay.
time. Let's see what you guys have got. Okay, chat, show me what you've done.
Show me what you got.
What I remember is a cute mark is scissors.
Do you know what, the reference picture I've got does not have a cutie mark on it.
But
Because I couldn't find one that was a non-deviant art one.
yeah,
anyway,
it's,
there's Bad
Thoughts on
Seed.
putting it in there, or
You guys did pretty well, actually. Like on the style
I
and
did.
colouring. I would have completely forgotten about the streaks in her hair.
yeah, I've got to.
I went with she was the dark side Scootaloo. That's why she was a lot darker than Scootaloo.
Yeah.
Oh, and the
Doesn't
chat's
feel
just
like
warming up. I see quite a lot of line art and sketches. But you guys have got 6 minutes with each round, so you've always got time to warm it up into it, so it's fine. But these are looking good so
wait.
far. I love the line art.
So we have 6 minutes to
Right.
draw her from a reference.
No,
Oh.
you're doing another pony.
Okay. Oh, I thought you were
Sounds like
saying,
great.
okay, 6 minutes. I thought it was like you have to go off of your original sketch, like to try to make it look like.
No,
That would
I
be
wouldn't
kinda
do that unless we had like a whole 2 hours or something. I would probably think of doing that. Right,
Yeah,
so
that would have been kind of funny.
Bab Seed is done. Next round,
I'll sell this
we
for
are
$10
going
if
to
anyone wants it. Kidding.
Let's
Plus shipping and
do-
handling.
Oh, do you know what? I'm going to throw in a somewhat difficult one. You guys are drawing Yona.
Oh,
It's
no.
Yak's turn.
oh,
you just had to choose that after we just.
Oh
talked about
no!
stupid
Your 6
school.
minutes start now.
okay.
You pony folk draw Yak. Draw Yak.
I'll try my
Yak
best to
best.
draw Yak and make Yak happy.
I've already drawn Yona, so I could have done this one.
But that would've been
Yona
cheating.
is best Yak.
I've not actually watched all of the seasons, so I have no idea.
Oh.
I just know it's the yak, little
Oh, you-
cute lady
Draw
yak.
a really,
that
really
one.
cute Yak then. Because she is quite cute. Took a while to get used to having a Yak in the series because everybody was like, we're not sure if we like Yaks from the previous episodes.
Yeah.
But of the student 6, Ocelis, Sandbar, and Yona are the ones I like the most. I'm going to get hated on by the chat. I was not a fan of Gallus, I must admit. Not a Gallus fan. Who else was in it? Oh, Smolder's alright. And Silverstream's a bit much for me. Like, she's kind of too excitable, like Pinkie Pie, who I'm not a great fan of either.
Yeah, same.
It's just too much noise in my face.
It's too much sugar. Like I
Yes.
can't. I have to have that in doses, otherwise I'll get like diabetes or something. Yes, by
Yeah, there you go. I apologise, chat audience, that I'm not a Gallus fan. I just couldn't get to like him at all, even if he is Wonderbolts coloured.
Oh no, does she have horns? I can't remember.
She is Yak. Think
Yep.
Yak.
I've actually
Yes.
forgotten what Yak
Oh.
looks like.
Think
I
more
forgot what
Yak.
Yaks have
Bear.
all horns. They all do.
Do yaks
They
have horns? I
They
don't
do.
remember. They do.
They
I
might.
forgot.
Although I shouldn't be giving any hints.
There are bows in her hair that I remember. I don't remember.
Oh my god, Licorice has drawn like the cutest Yak I think I've ever seen. It's so fluffy.
Just make it cute and hope for the best.
It's so cute. What is Yak in the chat? Are you guys
what I'm
also
asking
free to
right now
ask
as
questions in the questions room? It's open. If you got any like art related questions or if you got random questions, just fire them away. But I would expect most of you are working on your drawings anyway.
No, they do have those. They do have a snipe.
Oh, this is a good one for the challenge. I'm enjoying these.
I'm not. Oh wait, I think they have like some kind of hooves. The heck? This looks like a bush willy. I hate bush willies too.
Jen, yours is reminding me of like a 1980s type, like fuzzy animal cartoon character.
Reminds me of Poochie. Does anybody remember Poochie?
Poochie.
Oh,
Back
yeah,
in the
Poochie.
day? The pink poodle dog. Not a poodle, but
I
pink
do.
dog.
I was thinking
I don't
more
know.
like popples, I think they were called, or fuzzles.
Oh yeah, I
Because
remember.
I had a popple when I was a kid. For those of
remember
you who
Pal-
aren't old enough to remember, they were these really cute, adorable characters who would like... The plushies would fold in on themselves, so they would become their own little pouches, and their faces would stick out over their pouches. Kind of like hedgehogs fold up.
Yeah.
But they were really cute, fluffy, they had pom-poms, and they were very colourful, kind of like gummy bears. Or Care Bears,
Gummy
even.
bears, bouncing here and there and everywhere.
You've got just over 2 minutes left.
Oh, brilliant. Fantastic.
I remember Pound Puppies.
I grew up watching Pound Puppies. I had some.
Yeah.
The original
Me too.
Pound Puppies, not the new ones.
Yeah.
The
new
old
ones were-
Hanna-Barbera cartoon one was great. Love that.
They always have to ruin them. Like, I don't. Yeah. It took me a while to get used to G4 looking ponies. I'll be honest. It's like, what do they eat? Why are they so?
I
thin?
love the G4 Star. It took me a while to get back to go to the old one, to be honest, when I went back and watched
Oh,
the
really?
original movies. I still can't watch Gen 3. I really can't. I don't like
Well,
it.
Why do you gotta be so biased against gens for?
I like Gen 1 and I
kidding.
like Gen...
No,
I like
I'm
My Little Pony
finding Gen.
Tales a lot. That was really good, that series.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, I've heard like the last leg of G. Like, what is it? I think it's known as G3.5.
Oh yeah, 3.5.
Where
We don't go to that section.
Like, what happened? Where did the
Oh, no,
budget
I had
go?
Tales don't look like that.
The
Ugh.
intro was was a lot better than the rest of it.
Don't go down those woods. Right,
Yeah,
less than a
otherwise
minute.
If you go down to the woods today, you're
You'll wind
sure
up
of a
in
scary
water.
surprise.
You'll wind up in Roachwater.
Inside joke.
Right, if anybody's doing a fanfic, that needs to be a town name.
Sorry. Yeah, Roachwater, please.
Roachwater.
I'm copywriting it, so make sure to pay me. PayPal only. I'm kidding.
Oh, look at these yaks. They're looking great, guys. You're not like yak.
Here, I'll put some broken stuff here. She just broke it.
Right, let
Yak
me just get the
smash.
reference again. Oh, come on, Google. Why you no work? And
Can I
that's
just say
time.
the fact that
No.
That is
Yona.
time. I'm just getting the Yona reference. Just bear with me.
Put it in the chat as well.
this is pathetic. This is
Oh,
not
yes,
a
sorry,
reflection
guys.
of my work, guys.
Oh, yes, mine's pathetic as
Hang
well.
on. Let me just throw the references
I
in
was
the chat.
expecting
Let's do that.
ponies.
I didn't get time to add the
See,
colour, but I'm
there's
quite
Yona
happy
for
at
you
least I
guys to
got
look
her to
at.
look. So,
Yeah, you look. Yes.
Hold on, bear
Yes.
with me. I've got technical
Yeah,
difficulties.
Yona's best yak.
Oh, yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Right,
Nice.
sorry. I'll just put Yona in the stream because I was not paying attention when I was doing this. And I'll have a look at
Aw.
the chat. Oh god, Yona's enormous
off.
picture. So sorry, this is gonna be huge. Whoa, giant Yona. There she is. Let's have a look at everybody in the chat.
Completely
Oh my
forgot
god,
she had
that's
come
a
like that.
Oily's done a Lego Yona.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
oh wow, what?
Nice.
Okay, that's impressive.
Jeez.
That's
Gonna have to
it's
check that
rather
out.
impressive.
Rude.
I'm curious to see that.
Oh, and all these wonderful looking yaks. And you guys did really well as well.
I think mine looks a bit like a bear in a Beaver crossover, to be honest. But I tried.
Yours looks
Mine's
a lot
a
like the baby
rejected
ones,
Bear Bear
Joey.
cousin.
I went for a Twilight Sparkle fringe. I realised my mistake.
You kind of got the curls on the side though.
Yeah.
Got
Mine
those
has
down.
I have
Goat
made a new OC altogether, to be honest.
It's so cute.
Is that your Josie that is now?
There we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna
That's
sell
so
this as an adoptable. $10. It's a yak goat crossover. I swear.
That is Yona. I can
Totally worth it.
take her off my list now as well.
Okay.
Right, next pony, guys, is gonna be Fleetfoot. Get some Wonderbolt action in this.
Fleetfoot.
Oh,
I think I know.
no.
Fleetfoot.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Think-
okay, right. Oh, okay.
I just know it's a Pegasus, so
Yes,
Well,
the
I'm
wonder.
The big
yeah.
hint is she's one of the Wonderbolts.
Good.
good
Got
guess.
the Pegasus down. I have no idea.
Oh, we're starting already.
And
Yep,
Oh,
let me
no,
just put the timer on.
I
You're
don't know. I'm
going-
confused. I don't
now.
know which one it could be. Because no.
Timer is on
that the
now,
other
guys.
Actually, I think
there's
I-
something.
And I don't mind if it's Wonderbolt's uniform or not.
Oh, no, she has a mane similar to Spitfire,
Oh,
doesn't
it's
she?
that
Well, not
kind,
the
huh?
same.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
God, I wish her eye colour wouldn't, like... Oh, it keeps changing on these reference pictures. Oh, because the comic got it wrong, that's why. The comic has the wrong eye colour. Got it.
Cancel it then. If it can't get that right, it's not worthy.
Well, I thought I would get some Wonderbolt action in this panel at some point.
I
I nearly said Spitfire.
Can I actually put her in a uniform? Because I know she wore like a uniform with sunglasses. Can I do that? Because I can't remember what a Kingdom looks like.
I just know it was a girl and she was a Pegasus. Actually gonna try this time.
Very good if I remember correctly. It's the Pegasus I'm thinking about. From Rainbow Falls, I think. It's just the ones in my head.
There we go, thank you. Sorry, safe for work chat, guys. Come on, you should know the rules by now. I don't want to be moderating, but...
Can't stick to those rules.
Yeah.
Go back to bed.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Why does this look like a Kieran now?
Oh,
Dang.
now we're talking. Chat's gone off on all the, like, classic cartoons they used to watch.
Awesome.
So we've got all the Disney classics that are on Disney Plus at the moment.
Gargoyles for the win. Any Gargoyles
Oh.
fans? Gargoyles is best.
I need to
I
rewatch it
watched
so bad.
I only started watching it recently and loved it on Disney
Really?
Plus.
I watched it when it
And-
was new back in the day, but I need to go back and watch it.
Cool. I'm actually gonna stream it with a couple of friends, probably like in a week or so. If you guys want to join, I'll let you know.
Oh, that reminds me, Animaniacs are coming back.
Anime. Yeah.
But it's on
Animaniacs.
Hulu, but I think if you've got like access to all those naughty cartoon websites, it'll be on there anyway. But if you've got Hulu, good for you, because it'll be on there for the ages before anybody else gets it.
True.
We don't get Hulu in the UK at all.
Really?
No.
At all? Why? That's weird.
American based, I think. But we don't get it at all. Because it took us
I'm
months
kidding,
until we
I'm
got
kidding,
Disney Plus.
I'm kidding.
You guys had like Disney Plus for nearly a whole year before we did, it felt like.
I don't even have Disney Plus. I don't know.
It's kind of, it is yes and no, not worth it.
Well,
I think
all the old stuff that they have on
I think
there,
it's
but-
worth it if you're going to buy it as a group with it's like a friends with 4 people.
Yes, it is worth it for that. That's what we've done in my family.
Oh, I don't know what your Fleetwood's cutie mark was, so I'm probably gonna have to guess it or make up a comedy one because I can't think.
I wouldn't be able to remember her cutie mark off the top of my head either, to be honest.
Because I just remember that she wore like a uniform with like, because all I'm seeing is when she wore the sunglasses and the outfit with Spitfires. That's all I can see her as at the moment. I know
Yeah,
she
she
did a few
has-
other episodes where she did. She wasn't wearing.
So she had the Wonderbolts uniform, and they also had the Cloudsdale, like Olympic Games type uniform as well. Equestria Games, that was it. Duh, I should know that. But yeah, the jacket and the glasses look was definitely a Fleetfoot thing. And then Spitfire has all her uniform and bomber jackets and stuff in the training.
I thought the
Oh
Wonder
my
Bolts were kinda
goodness.
weird. Like they were just inconsistent in terms of their personalities and
They
stuff.
were.
Like one moment they're all supportive, and then the next one they're all like acting like jerks. It's like, and Rainbow Dash wanted to join this organization. Why?
I've just seen
I think
one
Spitfire
mentioned in the
suffered from that a little
chat.
bit as well.
Samurai pizza cats. Oh yeah.
We had a senpai thing for Spitfire for sure.
Yeah, they're just talking about cartoons in chat now, guys.
Okay, I'm gonna throw out a cartoon that if anyone in the chat knows. Anyone here ever heard of Sitting Ducks? Anybody? Or I'm the only person in England
Sitting
who even knows
Ducks.
of Sitting Ducks and has a PS2 game of it. There, that's my nerd. Weird little.
I'm
niche.
amazed I've
Yeah.
never heard of that one.
I've never heard of it
With
either.
my crazy extensive nostalgic knowledge, I'm shocked that I'd never heard of that one.
There's a PS2 game as well, an open world PS2 game, which is really odd as a series. I think it was only like 2 seasons long, but it was. I actually quite like it. I still have to deep today. If
Okay.
anyone in the chat has said Sitting Ducks, do tell me.
Oh,
would
somebody
like to know.
recognises Sitting Ducks in the chat.
Oh, good. That one person, you're awesome. Thank you. I know I didn't imagine
time
it.
to-
Oh my goodness.
He gets mod privileges for remembering the show.
Also, there's one of my partner's favourite has just popped up that we love singing around the house. Sharky and George, the crime fighters
Crime
of the
busters
sea.
of the sea. Sharky and George.
they'll
they
solve any mystery.
Oh, you know what?
Mystery.
We should actually test them a little bit more. Anybody here remember Ubos, the Ultimate Book of Spells?
Yes!
Remember that? Is
Oh my god,
anybody here
Kathy
remember that?
Westlock is in it.
So,
The voice of
Oh, she
Spike is in Ubos.
yeah. That's where I knew her from before she did Spike.
Same
and I was
here,
like,
when
yeah,
I
it's
first
Vern
saw
from,
Friendship is Magic, I was like, I know that voice. Why do I know that voice?
Oh yeah, it's Vern, the Morty from Ubos.
It's straight up Spike's voice as well. There's no
It
variation
really
in it at all.
No.
Okay, I
That's
know a
time,
show
guys.
Uh,
Oh, it's
Time.
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 I
Got
tried.
distracted with cartoons.
I actually might keep this pose for something.
this is
later.
one I've never drawn before,
That
so
is a
I have no idea.
Really cool pose.
I don't remember. Is she blue?
She is a pale blue. Let me just grab her.
I'm
on-
positive her cutie
I
mark did not have a
think-
literal foot.
I think
No,
she
it
was a
didn't.
pale blue and white.
Right, I've got her out
I'm
of her
getting
Wonderbolts
mixed up
uniform.
with her and I think Night Glider or whoever that one was from Starlight's Village.
So
And Night
because
Glider, you're right,
Glider's
yeah.
got exactly the
Yeah,
same
okay, cool.
hair, I think. Right.
Nice.
Fleetfoot is in the chat for you guys, and she's on the screen.
Oh,
for the
yeah, I got
audience.
it confused with blooming
Ah, okay.
Spitfire.
Yeah.
So close.
I was thinking of that hair, kind of, in my head, but I didn't draw it, obviously.
Oh, look at all the Wonderboltage in the chat. I love that.
I think my Fleetfoot just came out of the shower and she's very confident about it. That's why her hair is like that.
Nice.
Oh, you guys all got the hair correct as well. Brilliant.
It seems
Yes,
I
I
made
got some
another roast.
Wonderbolts.
It's just a Wonderbolt back flying. It's like they're going fast all the time. That seems to be a thing of the Wonderbolts. Is like they're going fast even when they're going slow.
Right, how many
I,
have we
I
done?
like that.
1, 2, 3, 4.
thing of
Okay,
theirs.
4. Right, we haven't got enough time to do 5, so we'll do one more round and move on to the next one. So the next pony you guys are drawing is going to be yes, bulk biceps.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah!
Yeah!
I can draw his cutie mark. I'm kidding.
You guys are
Those
drawing
who were
bulk
in the back,
biceps.
Do you remember how often that was said in the 2013, I think, to 14 or 15? Every single few minutes, would be like, yeah! In the
Right,
back.
time starts now.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah! Yes, I do remember Earthworm Jim.
I bet the whole chat.
Earthworm Jim.
I bet
Du-du-du-du-du-du.
they're all saying, yeah!
Well, it was yeah originally, and then it turned into fun. I think was how the memeage went back at cons and meets, wasn't it?
Oh, God.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it was fun.
Going
it
around
picks up a
butt, and
unicorn,
everybody was
dances
just yelling
rainbows.
fun. Oh, this should be a good one.
Nightcrawler.
I think the best theme song in the 90s was the X-Men theme.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, it was so awesome.
We were talking about X-Men earlier in the voice chat because I've got a rogue drawing up on my store and Neki saw it and brought it up.
Oh, cool.
And Rogue and Gambit are like my all-time favourite superheroes. And
Nice.
there's watching the X-Men series again, they are such a sweet couple. I love them so much. I love Remy. He's such an idiot. I love him so much.
Jerry.
Ages.
But fun fact, Stormy's white bangs in her mane is actually based on Rogue's hairstyle.
Ooh, that's cool.
I thought, yes, yes, that's awesome.
Nice.
And the
love,
same
like,
with my
when
real life
OCs
hair,
have
I tried to
little,
do
like-
the Rogue streaks.
I love when OCs have like little bits and pieces of just like everything in it.
Yeah,
don't know.
so
Biceps. Sorry guys, I don't know. I know
think
he has
maybe
like really
for-
tiny wings.
I think maybe for Halloween I'll actually draw Stormy up as like a Wonderbolt suit,
Oh.
but it'll be Rogue suit.
Is that why you call
Oh
her?
yes,
Really cool. That'd be cool to see.
Yeah, that- you do the bodysuit, but a rogue bodysuit.
That would look kind of cool. I could do Arlo as Gambit. Oh, that'd be a great idea for a drawing. Ideas!
I do.
You
Ideas!
guys, like whenever you come up with ideas, you have to like hurry up and type it or write it down. Otherwise, you'll
Or
forget.
quickly
later.
sketch it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do. I actually, I've already said this before, but I tend to, my Photoshops tend to be almost like little mini sketchbooks of like 5 or 10 or 15 different sketches within about 2 hours when I'm doing
Yeah,
quick stuff. That's how people probably
just
saw
to
it in
kind
the
of
chat
get
room.
it out, to get it out of your system before you can.
That's what
Get
I've got
back
as
to it
well.
later.
I've all last year and this year I've got one sketchbook that's literally about learning how to draw human bodies better, and it's all kind of turned into my time at Porsche fan art. So there's loads of sketches I need to start doing up.
I just like to learn how to draw faster. Like I'm okay with putting like sketches
Oh.
and stuff. Like I'm okay with doing that fast. But as far as like cleanup and polishing everything,
My
that
line
takes
art
a
takes
while.
so long to do now. But so yeah,
That's
I'm the
my
same boat.
problem. I'm super slow at drawing.
Me too.
But yeah, in the
See, I
case of this
find
challenge,
mine.
guys, like sketches are absolutely fine. But you guys have all aced the faces, I've noticed. Although
Very
Stu's
distinctive
just
faces, guys.
erased
One of the
his.
most distinctive like characters out of the whole thing, to be honest. That face.
Because he has sort of yellow teeth, doesn't he?
Off-whitish, I suppose. Yeah.
Which does make me think a bit about his health. I mean, if he's built like that, but he probably eats a lot if his teeth are the yellow like that.
I'm gonna give him a hat because he's working at his nut cart
Doesn't he
job.
work at the spa though?
Yes.
yeah,
yes, he
I
does.
love how they've used him in later thing because he's this big muscly.
And he breaks Spike in half.
Yeah. See, in
Sports
his words,
massage.
he wears many hats. He works at the spa and he has a nut cart,
Oh yeah.
which
Then he's like a freelance instructor, isn't he?
Yeah.
yeah, he's a hustler. He's like everything but a bodybuilder.
Oh, I
And a
hope he was like super
Pegasus.
weedy when he
Uh,
does a cult as well.
I love his. Well, I'm not sure if it's his tiny wings. Sorry, that's
Me
probably
too.
a big thing, but the one when they did that Olympic Games one,
Oh yeah.
I really enjoyed that one because it was the first one he sort of had sort of some limelight, as it were.
Yeah.
And he
Kind of
sorry.
shipped him and Fluttershy during that.
oh yes,
episode,
yes.
Because they were
Yeah,
really
I
cute
remember that,
together.
Did people ship them?
I do.
I
It's
don't
one of my
remember
crack
people shipping
ships.
them. Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing that a lot. Like, of course, you see Discord and Fluttershy everywhere, but
Oh, this
I
was
don't remember
before all
seeing 'em.
that, I think.
Bit
Before-
of context. to
Yeah,
my
I
book,
definitely drew a picture called like Beauty and the Beast, and it was the scene of the Beast and Belle out in the snow on the bench, and I just drew it
Oh,
as
nice.
Bob Biceps and Fluttershy.
Ah,
That's awesome.
So I really quite like
Oh,
that little
man.
ship that I created there.
If that scene were to ever occur between them, like when Beast and Belle are playing snowball fights, I think Bulk Biceps would like kill Fluttershy out of it.
I think he'd try and be really gentle about it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be really
He'd be
cute.
like, he'll throw a big, huge snowball at her. Boosh! Yeah! And then she's like dead.
Shoot down.
No, I think
Whoa,
Fluttershy's
that's
much
time,
more
guys.
team, which is like in the show. She can take on dragons. I think she could easily deal with Bulk Biceps.
That's true. Well,
Strength.
Discord would probably appear right away and like melt the snow and then launch Bulk Biceps into the next. I don't know.
I forgot to get
Or
his
universe.
replace
reference
the
again.
snow with cheese or
Bear with me.
something, or can
Yeah.
candy, in Discord. He would just mess up the snowball fight and then change it to something much more.
Oh, come on,
Chaotic.
Google. Why are you so slow? Why does Google hate me
Cheese is a
today?
little bit. I've added an extra thing to mine, but I think it adds context to my.
Chunk
Rarity
is a
time for
chunk.
your massage.
Right, there is Bulk Bicep for you guys, and I'll just get him on the screen.
Oh, it's time. Okay.
It's time, yeah.
It's both. It's both best
Oh,
biceps.
There he is on screen for the audience.
I can't start to draw Rarity.
Can you, if John Cena was a pony, he would be bulk bicep, wouldn't he?
Oh gosh, John
Oh no!
Cena.
Don't bring.
John
No, let's
Cena
not. No, let's not start.
sucks.
Let's not start
John
that. John
Cena
Cena.
sucks. John Cena sucks. Anybody who's a fan of him, get out.
I'm not going there.
Fruity Pebbles.
Right,
Fruity Pebbles.
so that concludes, because we're at, what, halfway now? Yeah, that concludes the memory
huge chin.
portion of this particular stream. We're going on to Pony Mashup game. So, this one is going to be, refs are allowed, so you can look up refs and such, but I'm going to take 2 ponies, and it's you guys' job to mash them together and create a pony that looks like both of them, essentially, but
I
your
thought
own
this
way
was-
of doing it.
I thought this was a rated G stream. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Sorry.
Well, as Joey put it earlier, it's going to be a Steven Universe style fusion, essentially.
Oh yeah. For
So,
sure.
yeah, just take these 2 ponies and just completely mash both designs together. It can be as hideous as you want, or it can
Oh,
be
okay,
as
so we don't have to
majestic
play
as
it
you
today.
want.
I guess it is Halloween or it is October, so I guess we could go a bit.
Just don't go too
Yeah.
gross with it, because we're still keeping it all family friendly.
Yeah.
Righty ho. So, you guys are going to be looking up for the first one. You'll find to look up refs. It's going to be Mudbriar.
Sorry, say again.
I love
Mudbriar.
him. I love
Mud
Briar.
Briar.
Maud's
Actually-
boyfriend. Mudbriar.
Oh yes.
And
Sheldon.
it will be. Let's go with Derpy. Muffins.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute, why? I don't
muffins.
have to look it up. I've got all these references. I just wait a minute, I don't have to do that. I could just shortcut it.
Says
Yeah.
the guy who's like drawing every single character in the Pony universe. He's like, where are my references? Ah,
It's a blur.
You guys have 7 minutes to do this one. I'm going to give you an extra minute. Starting when you got your refs. Have you guys got your refs?
Yes.
Getting there almost.
It's
I just need to
Mudbriar
look up
and
Mudbriar.
Derpy mashup.
Okay, I got him.
I'm just getting mine together. Although I think I know what Durfy looks like. So
Okay,
I think
that's
I'm good.
Mudbriar and
Take
When
one
you
Derpy.
guys have got your refs, I'll hit the
I
start
might
button.
buy this.
Okay, I got him.
Got him?
Yes, I've got them. Oh, there we go.
All right.
Ready.
You guys, time starts now. Fusion those ponies.
I'm probably like one of the very few who actually
oh.
likes him because he reminds me of myself when I like correct people, like when they use improper grammar and they don't spell things right.
I don't know if I
Technically-
like him or not yet. I
Technically,
dislike him
it's
because I really,
Leviosa.
I
It's
really don't-
Leviosa.
yeah, it is one of those, isn't he? I really don't like Big Bang Theory, so it was like, that's Sheldon's voice. It's already
Oh.
Sheldon's personality, and I don't like him.
I've only watched like a couple of episodes of that just because it was like the only.
Oh,
thing
yeah,
that
sorry,
was on
bot biceps is still on the screen. My bad. There you guys go.
the-
So I gotta manage like 5 different windows.
No, you're fine. Thanks for being so I guess,
Awesome.
Yeah. Awesome and
Everything
as
is
Thank you
organized
for
as can
chat for pointing out all my flaws and things technically going wrong that I'm not paying attention to.
Technically?
Thank you so much.
He has to talk because Derpy doesn't. Except for that one episode. Actually, 2.
I forgot how tall Mudbriar is. He's really
quite
lanky.
tall, actually. He's thin but tall.
He's lanky.
Lanky boy.
He's a bit of stick in the mud, isn't he?
Ah.
He's got a great stick figure. Sorry.
I can't wait to see what the audience come up with these ones as well.
Oh, jeez.
But that should bring us to... Ooh. Okay, maybe we might just get one round of this bit in, then I've just realised what the time is.
Time always ruin everything.
Yeah, so... Yeah, we'll do this one. And then we'll do the Britannia draw, because that will take us to the end of the stream. And then next con we can do this again and try some different games.
That would be fun.
Be kind of cool if we can like get this to work in person as well. Of course, Jen would have to come over here.
Yeah.
Welcome to.
That would be fun. We've
But
only
we'd
been to
have,
England
I would imagine
once.
we'd have like a whole stage and maybe like it'll be a tech nightmare, and I would need a whole tech team to help me set it up. But it'd be like USB everywhere, so we've got different screens going on, or we'd have Discord set up onto a projector, I suppose, and just have everybody mute whilst you're on the microphones in the stage. I don't know. It would require quite a lot of thinking, but it'd be very cool if we can pull it off.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that would
So
definitely.
you need what kind of team?
Hmm?
You said you needed what kind of team?
Oh, tech team.
Technically. Sorry. Okay. And I'll give him some wings over here. Sorry, guys. I'm running on, like, no sleep. So,
I haven't slept for 6
Can we
days.
choose what areas we take from the characters, so we don't have to like sort of he's a Pegasus, so we don't have to put that in there because I'm.
As long as it looks like it is a
Technically,
mashup of the two
scroll.
ponies, I'll be happy with that.
Okay.
You guys have got 3 minutes.
Good lord.
That was with an extra minute.
Team, you have 3 minutes remaining. 3 minutes remaining, team.
Technically, this is a scone, not a muffin.
Oh, yes.
And
Muffins?
I call Derpy Muffins because that was her original name. So,
So
Yes.
technically, would this
so
mashup
used to
make
calling her
mud
Derpy,
muffins
though.
then?
Like,
Mud muffins.
Mud muffin?
I think he's got with a ship there. Quick, everyone get on it.
Mud
nice.
muffin?
Yeah, mud
Stop.
muffins. I'm stealing
I'm
that
sure that
word
exists on DA somewhere, though, to be honest.
now. It's crunchy.
It will do by the end of the day.
Mud muffin. Oh my god,
wonder
I just
if
thought of a name for
Mudbriar
her.
and Maud have a rocky relationship.
I just
Ah.
thought of a foal name for those two. It'd be Mud Pie. They would name it after Pinkie Pie.
Oh, yeah.
A little Mud
True.
Pie.
Oh, that's
That would be
great.
so cute.
Someone's writing a fanfic right now, Storm.
Mud
Yes.
Pie.
Do it now.
Oh. Also, Amethyst has said, how about Muddy Hooves as a name?
Muddy hooves. Oh man. Well, that sounds kind of actually. Never.
Muddy Hooves or Mud Muffins, wasn't it?
Rock muffins.
Rock.
Yeah.
Rock Cake. I
Mud
think that already exists.
I wonder. Well, because do they do the whole like stallion? The mares take the stallion's last name, whatever. I don't think they do that.
Hmm.
Really?
I have no idea how
I don't
even
know,
that even works
actually.
when a mare and a stallion marry in that universe.
Like
The only
How
one that's got
take-
family names would be the apples, I would have thought.
And the pies.
The apples and the pies.
Well,
Apple
would
pies?
Twilight parents count? Because there's Nightlight and then there's Twilight Velvet.
The Light family. I don't
But
know,
what's his
actually.
face? What's his name? Shining Armor. It's not like it's Shining Armor Light. That'd be so. Oh gosh, that sounds like a Gary student.
Nightlight.
Yeah. They should have a reject child and call him the Clapper.
The Clapper.
I'm not a Nightlight. I'm evolved.
really bad B horror movie, The Clapper.
Clap on, clap off. The Clapper.
Clapper.
Swamp bubbles.
Where
What
the
are you
Clapper?
guys talking about in chat?
I'm scared. I didn't say that other word. Said the Clapper.
Swamp bubbles. Okay. What was her name? It was Ditsy Doo was her other name, wasn't it, for a
Yeah,
while?
Ditsy Doo was her other name. Muffins is best. I'm not.
Muffins is
I
the better
think
name
the
for her.
derpy thing just gives me like PTSD of when people used to always be like derpy, like whenever she showed up on the screen.
Oh,
All
time.
loud and stuff.
That's
Right,
time.
that's okay.
Mine's so pathetic. People aren't gonna take me seriously as an artist anymore.
Technically.
I'll never draw again.
They're pretty good for
Well,
hybrids, though, guys.
I've made something.
Pony fusions. I like those.
I like Lucas's one. Lucas is really good. Kind of similar idea I had a little bit with the hair, particularly.
Essentially.
I went with Derpy's hair and then his skin tone, and then
I tried to give the I tried to do the classic like derp thing with the muffin as well.
Do you know what? I
so-
absolutely love you guys have put like blonde streaks in it as well. That works really well. That's a great idea. I wouldn't have thought of that.
I didn't use any color. I'm just sketching. Sorry,
Same in the chat. They've got the streaks going on as well.
guys.
Most people
I
have
also
drawn
realised I drew it the wrong way
Pegasi.
as well, so I screwed up and I had to just go, I can't do it, fix it now, oh well.
Okay, so we have got less than 15 minutes left. I'm going to give you guys the time for the rest of the panel to draw Britannia. And it can be
Well, I'm
it
just
can be
gonna call my
bat
case
themed, it can be
muffins,
whatever
that's-
themed, as long as it's the mascot in some way. She can be with another pony, etc., etc. It goes for the guys in the chat. If you missed the first one, now's the time to start drawing Britannia. And of course, you can use references and all that too. I don't mind at this point. And I've lost the chat. Ah, there you are.
Right, need to just get a reference.
But yeah,
Aha,
this is technically a speed draw, but it's a very chilled speed draw because you've got about, let's say, 12 minutes or so now.
The prize which has no cash value.
Oh man, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling quite sleepy. It's just this time of day for me. I don't like it.
I'm usually in bed at this time. I come up like right when the sun's going down.
No.
A creature of the night.
We are gargoyles. Sorry.
Are you a rock during the day?
Yeah. Rock car. No.
That's your new
Sorry.
OC is going to be a gargoyle one.
What?
Your new OC will be a gargoyle.
Gargoyles were great. I would love to draw. I absolutely love to draw gargoyle.
For those of you who are not drawing, I would like to go back to that previous conversation about what cartoons you grew up watching, because I was really enjoying that topic. The older and more obscure, the better, in my opinion.
Does anybody remember like the anime version of Aya the Bee or Maya the Bee, whatever it is? There was
No,
an
I was never
I've
like
never heard of that.
never introduced to that one.
I
really.
remember it from Poland days. Oh.
I don't know if we
cool.
had it in the UK, really. I know
Yeah,
of it. I know it
no.
existed. but I never saw it on TV, not until like very recently, I suppose.
Yeah, we had very like anime type children's shows. It was pretty like the Little Bits. Little Bits. Anybody remember Little Bits? We're the Little Bits. Or Grimm's Fairy Tales.
Grimm's Fairy Tales rings a bell.
Yeah. They had this one creepy story where there were like it was this family of sisters and they had to be all prim and proper, but at nighttime they would dance in the cellar. But the shoes that they would wear like made their feet bleed. It was really weird.
What the?
It was creepy.
Oh wow, Frith is bringing up some proper classics here. So we got the Pink Panther show, which I definitely watched when I was a kid.
For sure.
The one, especially the one where it starts off with the intro and the kid driving the car. That was one I grew up watching.
Yeah.
I know there were lots of spin-offs and different versions, but that's the one that sticks with me the most. We've got Rocky and Bullwinkle. I never really watched it. I watched Batfink more.
Batfink, yes! Oh my gosh! How about Wait Till Your Father Gets Home? Does anybody remember that?
No.
Wait till your father gets until your
maybe?
father gets. Wait till your father gets home. It came out like really late at night.
Do you know what? I think I've heard that theme before, but I don't recall ever watching it.
Yeah.
What else have we got in the chat? We've got Reading Rainbow keeps coming up. I know about that one.
Technically, Reading Rainbow wasn't a cartoon.
No.
So.
We've got Blues Clues, which I am far too
You just
old.
got lectured to.
I am far too old for Blues Clues. My sister was into Blues Clues.
Clues, yeah.
What else have we got? Animals of Farthing Wood I own on DVD.
That one is probably that you would never get that on TV nowadays.
They would never
You
show
have
it,
an
no.
absolute
They
fit.
wouldn't. It's an absolute classic, and Ron Moody is in it, and I love Ron Moody. He was also in Noah's Island.
Oh, I remember those.
But his most famous role was as Fagin in the Oliver film back in the 60s.
Fagin!
He's the Fagin. There's no one that can beat him as Fagin. So when I found out it was him as Badger and Noah, I was like, oh, of course it is! The voice is really obvious.
It's basically Fagin.
It is Fagin. Come on, guys, what else you got? Wacky Races, an absolute classic. I love Wacky Races.
Wacky Races, yeah.
Speed Racer.
I never
Speed
watched
Racer.
Speed Racer. We only got introduced to it recently, and I really want to watch it.
Speed Racer was my husband. He was my first everything, my first boyfriend, my first crush, my first... Never mind.
Is
My
the dub like really over the top and silly from what I've seen in the clips?
The intro was... The
I can't
intro...
remember. Another
shows
show
him
called
pretty
was it
much
Catch
like-
the Pigeon or something? Or
Oh yes, Catch the
Catch the pigeon, catch the pigeon.
It was Dil Dastardly, and then he was also in Wacky Races as well.
Madly, you snivelling hound.
What about
Hey!
Pirates of the Dark Water? Does
Yes.
anybody remember that?
It was Pirates of Darkwater and Peter Pan and the Pirates I used to watch when I was a kid. Peter Pan and the Pirates had Tim Curry as Captain Hook, and he was a really scary Captain Hook.
Oh my gosh, Tim Curry is like awesome and everything. He was actually in Gargoyles as well. He played Dr. Savarius, who
He was
like a mad
everywhere in the
scientist type of guy.
90s. Love him
Mhm.
so much.
Me too.
Oh, Inspector Gadget. Next time, Gadget.
Oh
Next
yeah.
time.
He sounds just like him. What was his cat's name? I forgot his cat's name.
Mad Cat.
Yeah. Heathcliff.
Oh, Heathcliff
Rugrats.
Marmaduke.
Yeah.
What was his gang called? It was the Cadillac Cats or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that. Oh my gosh, there was this really, really old. Nobody's gonna remember this. It was this really old, like, cartoon movie that was called The Cat with No Tail or something like that.
No,
And
not come across that one.
yeah, he had like a black and white. He was black and white, and it was like the cat with no tail.
No.
And yeah.
Oh, Joey, there's a classic that's come up in chat. The old Danger Mouse.
Yes.
Oh,
We
dangerous.
like Danger Mouse.
Yeah.
The new series is amazing, by the way.
Street Sharks.
Yes.
Street Sharks was my jam.
Which
I
one?
love Street Sharks.
Street Sharks. I always wanted a
Sharks.
figure. I never got a
Biker
toy.
Mice from Mars.
Yeah.
Same
They
Biker Mice.
fight. They fight. They stand for everything right. Street Sharks. Didn't
Extreme Dinosaurs was the other one. I really like that one too.
Street
It's
Sharks
exactly the
was
same
awesome.
concept.
Jossum. Feeding
You guys have
frenzy.
got 5 minutes, I would say, till we can wrap up.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
I'm definitely not going to finish the Mecha Britannia, so that's not going to finish it. That's what I have to say. I'm just going to go Mecha. Why not?
It's not going to fly.
No, I'm not going to finish. There's too much detail.
Of course he's not.
Wow,
I'll get
okay.
close, but no.
Joey and Greenfly have totally come up with next year's theme. That'll be really
I'm
cool.
just sad I don't get to see Godzilla this year.
Robots and Kaiju
that's
theme would be
another one.
amazing.
The Godzilla.
Well, I've gone a
animated
step
cartoon.
further by going for sort of Britannia mecha sort of suit.
Let's pitch that to the staff later on. Can we have the
I
theme
think
be
they've
this,
already got a
please?
theme, haven't they?
Have they? Oh, they'll announce it later, won't they?
Oh,
Normally they do that?
oh, maybe I'm imagining things.
I don't know. But like robots versus monsters would be so good. I
Yeah.
would
That's
be
actually a really cool theme, actually, and the show has just got plenty, and you could easily just been cool with that. So I'd say that should be the theme.
I would so love to draw like a Britannia Godzilla. That'd be amazing.
I'm going to do some
A kaiju Britannia.
Kaiju Britannia. That would be so cool. Oh
gonna
no
draw her
no 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 no! Sonic Underground, guys.
Jeez.
Of all the
Some
Sonic
good songs
series,
here and there. It wasn't the worst thing in the world.
watching it back,
I
it's
remember
terrible.
Eggman was such a like. It's freaking the red eyes. I can't remember what Sonic that was, but it was such like it's like he looked so evil. In
Saturn
that
would
one
be that.
compared
Saturn,
to-
I
just on the
don't
head,
like the Tim Curry era.
It was so.
Robotnik.
It was quite. It
Not
actually
Tim
found it
Curry,
a bit terrifying. It was like.
Jim Cummings. That's the one. I don't like that Robotnik. I like silly Long John Baldry original one and the Mike
Yes.
Pollock one.
Oh,
The
I
current
remember
Robotnik.
I loved it.
Does anybody remember the Godzilla animated cartoon? There were two of them.
Oh yeah.
I watched both of them.
Old school one with Godzuki and
And
Godzuki.
Godzuki.
And then they had another one that was based off of the movie, the 1998.
I actually liked it, but of course now I know Godzilla much better. It's like that era Godzilla is dead to me.
Well, isn't there a Japanese Godzilla where that Godzilla comes along and it just
Yes,
wipes
that's
it?
in
It just
Final
takes it out
Wars.
immediately. It's like
In
That
Godzilla
wasn't
Final
even an
Wars, he's
issue.
called Zilla, and he just gets wrecked. It's in Sydney.
in seconds. It wasn't like it was
Yeah.
a fight. It was just like
He's like a quarter of the size of the Godzilla as well, so they
Yeah.
made him. They just made him a mockery
well,
because it was so
well,
bad.
the thing is, he is a quarter of the size. In the Godzilla, he's sort of going through the city, whereas the original Godzilla would tower over the city.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
It was more like, let's try and do Jurassic Park again, is what that
Yes.
90s one was.
Mm-hmm.
Because they brought the raptors back with all the baby Zillas.
I know. I was
That scene
like,
was
that
rubbish.
That was kind of confusing to me. I remember I saw this this ad for it where they were kind of making fun of the movie, and the slogan for the movie was "Size Matters," and then when the parody ad came out, it said "Plot Matters."
I
because
remember
it
that.
didn't have a plot.
I
Please don't talk
remember
about
that.
that in the chat, guys.
Oh, in the chat, they're asking, did anybody watch the live-action George of the Jungle film? Of course I did. I love
I
Brendan
remember that,
Fraser.
Yeah, yeah.
There was
Oh, yeah.
a freaking
Although I remember the old cartoon.
Brendan Fraser was a good-looking guy in his prime.
oh yeah, the Mummy.
The Mummy, oh my god.
The Mummy, I love I'm such a sucker for like campy kind of stuff like that from back in the day.
Yeah.
Now I can't stand it, but back then.
My other
He's-
favorite film of his youth of that era was Encino Man, or California Man it's called over here,
Oh yeah.
where he's the caveman. It's such a good film. It's like a really guilty pleasure film, but I love it so much.
Hill's a guilty pleasure film. Anyone remember Good Burger? I think it was called.
I've not
Oh,
watched
yes,
it, but of course I
yes.
watched Kenan and Kel when that was about, but I never watched Good Burger. It's on
Interesting
Netflix at the
film,
moment.
I must say. Probably is terrible now. But I remember it kind of fondly. Very
Is it,
90s American.
Halloween this month. Does anybody have any scary movies? Do you like scary movies? What's your favorite scary movie?
When the Wind Blows.
Oh no! That's just evil. That's evil.
My Little Pony G3.5.
Oh man, I've
It's
just
not
seen.
really a horror movie, but it's pretty horrible at the same time.
Right, I just have to mention this one because it came at the chat before we like get cut off or have to end. Have you ever Ever thought like this?
Like this.
The strange
When strange things happen,
you're going
you're
round
going round
the
the
twist.
twist.
I'm so
Love.
glad other people have seen that. Oh, yes.
It was the first time I heard Santa Claus.
Yes.
Oh, I could. Do you know what? I would love to do a voice chat where it's just us talking about cartoons and stuff we used to watch in the 90s and 80s.
I know. Me too.
I might like throw that into one of the chat rooms later. We'll just talk stuff.
We were talking about Count Duckula earlier. Does anybody remember Count Duckula?
Yeah, he's in. Do you
Oh,
he's
yeah.
in the new Danger Mouse as well. They've had him cameo.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So he has come back officially. I hope they
That
give him
is-
his own show.
That intro.
My
used
favourite
to
character in
scare
that
the
show was
crap
always
out of me.
Von Goosewing. Dr. Von Goosewing. Heinrich! And that boy is
Yeah.
never listening to her.
Batfink. Oh my gosh.
Jez, how are
Such-
we doing for time? I'm guessing we'll wrap up now.
I don't know why I made her fat.
Oh my
I'm
god,
sorry.
somebody mentioned the Transylvanian pet shop, like I was talking earlier.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
See, I was trying to ask if anybody knew Pet Shop of Horrors, which is this very rare anime, and I went on this huge tangent of what it was about. She's like, I thought it was Transylvanian Pet Shop.
Right, guys, we're gonna wrap up now, I think, because
Okay.
we're technically like a minute over. So thanks everybody for watching.
Yes,
Thanks you
thank
guys
you.
for taking part, and well done everybody who's drawn during these challenges.
Yes.
I'm tired. These are like.
Feel free to post all drawings in the crafts room as well.
Okay.
Please
I
feel
will
free to do
post
that.
Mecha eventually.
Great. Thanks for watching, guys. I will sign off now.
Yes.
Cheers. See you around.
Hi guys.
Bye. Bye.